Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man? Let me just make sure that my mic is set up. My computer is kind of being weird.
Sure. So
All
you
right,
can make
can you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, I can. So do you
All right.
understand all the controls and everything?
No, I've never used Google Hangouts before, to be honest with you. But can you see me?
Yes, I can see you perfectly fine. Okay. All you have to do is just use the controls once you hover over the screen. If you use the screen share option, you will be able to share your screen and everything.
Let's see. Okay, screen share. Okay, I see it. All right, cool.
All right, everything's fine.
Yeah.
All right,
Let me just
awesome.
see if you can see share. I'm gonna share my screen. See if you can see it. Can you
All
see my
right.
screen?
Yep, I can.
All right, cool. Perfect then.
All right, awesome, guys. So, what's up? How's it going, guys? Rohan Dhawan here from eCom Alliance, and I have an exclusive webinar for you today because today you'll be learning exactly how the man I have, the guest of the hour, who will be showing you the exact system he is using in order to develop a successful business using e-commerce and ClickFunnels. So, man, can you please give us a brief introduction about yourself, who you are, what you do, and just tell everyone regarding how you got started with everything?
Yeah, man, for sure. So my name's Jelani Abdul Salam. I'm from the United States, New Jersey to be exact. I just graduated college last year, so I'm pretty young, 23 years old. When I graduated, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know how or what to do about it. So I was just roaming the internet and I found some articles regarding drop shipping. Got super interested in about it. I attempted to make a store. I failed miserably, and then I was like, all right, this may not be for me. But then I gave it another shot, and then I found some mutual friends who like to do the same thing, and we started talking, and then it just kind of snowball effect. Like I joined different groups. I just did a lot of research. I practiced and put the time in, the effort, and I got some success pretty quickly. And now I am that was all on Shopify, but now I am on ClickFunnels doing the same thing, and I'm learning new methods in regards to that, and it's working really well. So I'm excited about it. I'm super excited what ClickFunnels can do in terms of physical products because it's not really geared towards physical products. It's more for services and building funnels and for clients rather than physical products. So I think that's why a lot of people may be interested in it, and I'm super excited to talk about it.
All right, awesome. So, a quick question, okay? As you mentioned earlier, that you got started with the ClickFunnels rather than Shopify, right? So, what made you switch and transition to ClickFunnels rather than continue using Shopify throughout your journey?
Yeah, because so what happened was I built a store out, I did super well, and I sold that store, right? So all that assets that I built up, it was gone. So I had to start from scratch again, right? So I started a store. It started doing okay. It wasn't doing like major, inventory yet. And they put a hold on my account. Shopify did, and I think it's really unethical of them because they promote dropshipping. They post webinars, they post forums, they really promote it. They have Facebook ads talking about it, and then people sign up, and then they put a hold on your account. So for me, I think it's a little unethical for them to promote it and then try to get people's money and then put limits on people's accounts for no reason. So that's why I started to look into ClickFunnels, and actually one person, his name is Matt Gartner, he showed me a funnel that's a little more simplistic because I had another friend who did over $200,000 using funnels, but his way was a little more complicated. Like he would build out the funnel in ClickFunnels and then import that into Shopify, and then you had to do all this like coding stuff. It was just like too much. So what Matt did was he simplified it and kind of gave a new, fresh approach to physical products for ClickFunnels. And honestly, funnels are way better for conversion rates. On Shopify, I'm peaking at 2.3% for conversion rates, whereas on ClickFunnels, I'm maxing, like 10%, which is insane, right?
Right.
So it's more money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is the reason why, honestly. It's because Shopify was being kind of unethical. And then when I saw that ClickFunnels conversion rates, just, with the one-time offers and upsells and stuff like that, it blows Shopify out of the water when it comes to people actually converting.
Right. So, a lot of people ask me this question that, hey, Rohan, should I add like 100, 200 products to my store, or do you just need one product? So what's your point of view regarding this question? How many products do you think a person should have on his funnel or on his e-commerce store?
Right. So on Shopify, you can, when you're building out stores on Shopify, it's more elaborate in the sense that you can add products really quickly, whereas funnels, it takes a little more time to really do that. So I kind of created a system where, like, if I find a product that's doing really well, I'll niche it out, meaning that I'll buy a custom domain name for it, and stuff like that. Then what you can do is at the order confirmation page within ClickFunnels, like the last step that they'll see like related products, right? And then they can click on that, and I'll have like 4 different products, and then it'll lead them on another funnel, right? So I'll send them to another landing page that they can opt in if they want, buy it if they want, and they go through the same process of the one-time offers, the upsells, and then at that order confirmation page, they see additional. So it's like a black hole, just like a loop that keeps going and going and going. So yes, it takes longer for you to upload products onto ClickFunnels compared to Shopify, but I think that the advantage of that is you're able to kind of continue a loop of products that are related and continue to increase conversions by just showing them more offers and more upsells, etc.
I know, man.
So I think the answer to the question is I don't think there is a limit on products that you can have as long as you're making money. I think that it doesn't really matter. Like you can have one product and do 100,000, and you can have 5 products and do 100,000, but it just depends on the audience and I guess the product.
I know the main thing is that a lot of people who attend my workshops and everything, they don't even know what an upsell is. Okay, I give them an example regarding when they go to McDonald's and offer and basically order a basic Big Mac, a hamburger. What the first thing the person at the counter does is ask them that, hey, would you like some Coke and fries along with your order? And that's how they upsell them and make a majority of their money. So that's the point that we are trying to teach people over here regarding how simple it is to create such dynamic offers with the help of ClickFunnels. And I'm sure you have some awesome content to share with everyone today. So if you want, you can just get started right now and start teaching all the valuable lesson that you have. And after that, basically, we were thinking that we can do a quick Q&A, and then you can probably talk more about your social networking and your offer and everything else.
Yeah, for sure. So what we can do, I can actually show you. Let me just pull this up. I can actually show you some funnel, or I can show you.
That would be great.
Yeah. Funnel. And I can show you like how I packaged it out. I call it packaging because when you think of a package, you think of things that are similar or things that are relatable to. So like for example, if you have like a bath bomb or like you have a basket of bath products, right? You're in that basket, you're gonna have similar products to the other products, you know what I mean? That you can use. So it's the same thing. It's just like let's see. I don't know if I deleted this one or changed it or is it.
By the way, to all of you who are watching right now, you can all interact with us using the chat box and the comment box appearing at the bottom. You can ask us literally any question. I would convey it, and basically everything will be answered for free. So please feel free to engage with us.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I'm going to show you a product. Let me share my screen.
Sure.
Cool. Can you see my screen?
Yep, I can.
All right, cool. So this is a product that I was like starting to test. I didn't really do a full-on like ad campaign and stuff like that. But it's a product that's super cool, and I think that I think it's awesome to kind of show. So it's kind of weird, but it's like hats for puppies. But basically, this is how my funnels look like, and it's kind of very simple. It's just an image here, a two-step order form here, and then you scroll down, you can see like the description, and then you can see like some reviews. That's literally it. And then that's like, it's a product that looks stupid, but people would definitely be interested in based on like the ad campaigns I have run, like the simple ones, whereas I'm running just PPEs and trying to get engagement. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, like that's so cool. So when you see that, when they go to that and if they want this, they put in the information, and then you see like the options. Unfortunately, I haven't found a code that allows me to do drop down. I know that CF Pro Tools has one. I just haven't really looked into it. But ideally, you would want a drop down that shows the sizes and the colorways that you would want instead of having individual radio buttons. So that's that. And then for an upsell, so like Rohan was saying, like upsells basically is, you're offering something that is similar to the initial offer, so example, if you're buying a hamburger, right, you would want a Coke. So that's an upsell, right? It's something that goes along with it. They're also called OTOs, meaning one-time offers. So, we're saying we're only offering this to you for a certain amount of time or whatever the case may be, right? So for me, this one-time offer or this upsell is a dog collar, and it's a LED dog collar. And these are super, super, super saturated. However, I think that if you offer it as a one-time offer, people will probably buy it more than just if I offer this as the initial offer. So once they buy the hat, they would come to this page, and then they can see it can, if they want, they can get one for $9.97, or they can get two for $14.95. They don't have to take the offer, but most people do take the one-time offer. So if they buy that, or if they don't buy that, they're brought to another upsell, but this is called a cross-sell, meaning that it's something related, but it's in the same niche. It's just kind of higher priced, and it's not like something that the dog can wear or something that the dog, like a collar or a hat, but it's still related to dogs. So if they buy the hat and then they buy the collar, or if they don't buy the collar, they're hit with another product, and this is a foldable pet bowl. So what they can do is the owner of the pet, they can put this little thing on their belt buckle, or they can put that on their keychain, or whatever the case may be, and then the person can have food or water just on the go always, right, for their pet. And I think that's important for people who, are outdoorsy. So if someone's outdoorsy, walking their dog, or, just on a hiking trip or something like that, and they want to bring their dog along, they might want to buy this, just for the purpose of water, right? You can just put water in there. You don't have to put food. You can put water, or you can put food. But you can get one for $11.95, or you can get two for $21.95, right? And then last but not least, it's the biggest hit. So this offer is the last offer that they would see, and it's kind of more expensive than the other offers. It's $24.95, and it's just a dog, like, carrying backpack, I guess. Yeah, so they can either not buy it or buy it, but since you see how it's all packaged together, though, like, you're getting the hat for your puppy, so why not get a LED collar for your puppy, all right? Then you're getting the LED collar, why not get a portable, foldable dog bowl? And then the last thing is, if you're having a little puppy, then get them, a carrying bag that you can take them on the go with, so you're not having them on the leash all the time. So that's like the process that I go is I look at a product and then I package it together and I try to find things that are relatable but also make sense in terms of purchasing, because you have to think about who this person is that's going to be buying these things for their pet or whatever they're buying. You have to think about it. So that's pretty much what I do. And then on the order confirmation page, it's basically just a review of what they bought. So yeah, so that's basically like how I build out dropshipping products, and these products are all sourced from AliExpress, and it's a website that basically has products from China and from other countries as well, but mainly from China, and you can literally just buy them and then ship them. So this is probably like $10, maybe even less to buy, but then I just charge whatever I want. So I can charge whatever. I can charge $30 for this if I want, and then make profit on it based on what it costs for me to buy. And that's for every single product that I run. So yeah, so that's basically the gist of it. It's pretty simple, but it's really effective because people will definitely take you on offers. And if they don't, you can always just retarget them on other offers. Like if I wanted to, I could put a pixel here and then retarget people who saw this but didn't buy, right? So yeah, I think it's really, really powerful to take that person down a trip, and you know they don't know that they're going to be hit with other products, and honestly, they don't even like most of the time people don't know what they want until you show them. So you know, people go on Facebook not knowing that they're going to buy something. So people are going to go down your funnel not knowing that they're going to buy something, but if they see something that they like, they're going to take you on that offer.
All right.
So you
I'm sorry to stop you right there. Just a quick question. I wanted to ask you if, like, let's say that I'm a complete newbie, all right, and I'm going regarding product selection. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah.
All right. So just imagine if I'm a complete newbie, okay, and I'm just thinking to start a brand new funnel. So how would I go regarding selecting my main product and then selecting my OTO and then selecting my bundle kit OTO, that the same way how you did it? Like, how would I approach that if
So I
I'm
use a website called eCommerce.com, and it used to be free, like 100% free, but the guy who owns it, like obviously he's going to try to monetize it. And so you know, now he's charging $20 a month, but still not bad, I guess. So let me just sign in real quick, and I'm going to show you like what it does. So basically, in a nutshell, it shows you products that, it shows you products that are trending, really like doing really well, and you can see like they're all different types of niches in on this website. And one way that I use it is, what I do is I'll click on, like, I don't know, let's click on this like superhero whatever jacket. What it does, it'll tell you the product cost, it'll tell you the profit margin and the ideal selling price, but it also gives you the ad, the store, you know, where you can find it on AliExpress. So what I do, and it gives you some targeting suggestions as well, and some real buyer reviews from AliExpress. So it's pretty legit. But what I do, these products are great, but I will click on the store selling the item, and I will see like what other products they're selling. So I kind of use it as a spying tool rather than just a tool for products, because if this store is doing really well with this product, then they're probably doing well with other products, as you know, that may be similar or something else that's doing really well. So I'll just I have a plugin called Commerce Inspector. It used to be called Shopify Inspector, but what it does is I can just check the best-selling products on this store, and then it'll just like list it out for me, so then I can see based on the sales like what is doing well and then what is not doing so well. So like I can see here that this seatbelt thing is probably doing the best for them. Like even like this superhero thing is not even doing. It's not even the top 8 or top. It's in the top 10, but it's not like the main product that's doing well. You know what I mean? So that's what I use it for. Majority of the time is I try to see what other stores are doing well with, and then I can get ideas based on that. So for example, if I were to sell this superhero swim set, I can kind of maybe do OTOs based on other swimming for kids stuff. Or I can't do these shoes, unfortunately, because on OTOs, you really can't offer like sizing suggestions or anything like that. You kind of have to have products that don't have variants. So
Also,
you
the
kind of,
fact that it's a copyright product, the Superman logo.
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, I wouldn't probably sell that, but this is just for an example. But
Hmm.
you wouldn't, it's like typically you're not going to sell things that are trademarked. That's like not what you want to do. But I'm just trying to give you an example of how I would package it. So yeah, so that's what I would do. I would look around this website, Ecom Hunt, and then see if I can find something. Like for example, this is a great product, like this waterproof inflatable solar lantern. And I did some research on this, and it's actually trademarked, which kind of sucks. But the thing about it is, like with these type of products, I would probably still sell it or try to sell it until they say like, we have a copyright or we have a trademark on this, please stop selling it. And that's just called a cease and desist, and you just stop selling it at that point. But this is another great product. This is for camping, and I think about products in the time of year, and right now it's summer, so a lot of families are camping. So I would probably want to push this around maybe even earlier than now, but it's July, so I would probably start pushing this in mid. But yeah, so I would do the same thing. I would check out the store that's selling this, and then I would go to their best sellers to see what's doing well. And it seems like they have some digital products, which is cool. But I would see like what their physical products are like, and I would
Right.
just
By
keep
the way,
doing.
guys, quick note, you can also make money by selling digital products. It can like basically maximize your sales if you want.
Yeah, that's another thing. You can definitely offer digital products as one-time offers. So if you were to sell like these puppy hats, and then your one-time offer could be like a dog training um, kit or something like that, as like a PDF or something. You know what I mean? Or like a dog, how to teach your dog not to pee in the house thing. And you can sell those for like copies for like $20. Um, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
and
pretty
it
much.
doesn't even have to be their own product. They can use an affiliate link or something like that and, just make more
Right.
money instantly.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right. So
So
you were saying?
yeah. So that's basically how I would find different products. It's just really doing research, like looking at these products, but also like looking at stores. Another tool that you can use, it's called Turbo Ad Finder. And basically what that does is it will turn your Facebook feed. So if I went to Facebook right now and I clicked on Turbo Ad Finder, it's a Google Chrome plugin. It would turn my Facebook feed into only ads. So like if I refresh this, it's gonna only show me ads rather than individual posts. And that's really cool because now I can see I can see products or ads that may show up to me, but only those ads. You know what I mean? So once I see a product that I like, I normally will save it or I'll like the page just so I can refer back to them later and then check out their products. So yeah,
Right.
that's pretty much how
People
I
can
go.
also start going to the websites of their competitors so that they start retargeting them, and then they can use this Chrome extension in order to like exactly see those kind of ads.
Exactly, exactly. That's exactly what I do. Is I go on their websites purposely so their pixel can pick me up, and then I'll see their ads, I'll see what they're doing, I'll see what ads are doing well, for promotion purposes, and then I can typically or try to either replicate that product or look at their best sellers to see what else is doing well for them. So that's
Right.
pretty much how I do my research. It's really about spying on other people, but also like when you click on, like if I were to click on this like bag or whatever, and you go to and click the AliExpress link, um, you can scroll down, and it will show you like other products that are similar, or other sellers that have other things that may be related to what you're selling. So yeah, so that is something that you can also do, is kind of look at similar products that that are selling, and that's how you can package it out as well. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I do. Obviously, there's other methods, but it would take a long time to talk about
Yeah,
that.
for all that, you can refer them to the later package that you'll talk at the end. But
Right.
for now, okay, so let's say that you selected the product now. Okay, you have all the products, you have the upsell. So what would you do now? You would go straight to ClickFunnels and you would create a brand new funnel from scratch, or would you like? Do you have some sort of template or something that you always follow, or what's your procedure?
Well, the funnel I just showed you is pretty much the same one I use. I just duplicate it and then just change out the images and text. That's like literally the quickest way I can do it, and I can bust out a product funnel within like 15 to 20 minutes. And yeah, that sounds really like extensive, and it is extensive. And I think it's important to note that you want to find products that are selling already. You know, you can test other products like down the line once you figure out like if a product's doing well. But like typically to make this work, you want to sell products that are already doing well. And that's fine. Like that's totally okay if you want to take products, because everyone's selling the same things, right? And you can target differently than that person. You can target different countries than that person and squeeze out money. Like I sold a product that was 2 years old and still was able to squeeze out money from a niche, right? So when people say that a niche is too saturated, you know, don't believe them until you test it, because I don't believe in saturated niches. I think that you can get into any niche and still make money if you know what you're doing.
I know, because like people tell me that, hey Rohan, the nurse niche is getting saturated and everything. But I just read a recent study that said that by 2020, over like a couple of million more nurses will be added to the job sector, and you will have the opportunity to target them again and again with the same sort of products, because they wouldn't have seen it before, and you know you can turn them into customers again. So
Right.
yeah, a niche doesn't get saturated, according to me as well. I agree.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So that's my whole thing, is like I don't believe until I test, and then test again and see if it really works. But yeah, so that's pretty much, you know, the basics of, you know, what I would do in terms of that.
I think the main point that I wanted to show people, if you can go to the main landing page of your funnel, I just wanted to show people the simplicity behind how your funnels are structured and how simple your web page is. All it contains is just an order form, a couple of images, plus a testimonial of the customer who previously purchased the item, and that's
Right.
all you need. You know, people try to do all this crazy stuff in order to enhance their website and everything, but over here, you have proven, and even I have proven to my students, that all you need is a simple funnel with a designated action. That's all,
Right.
right?
Yep. Exactly. That's all you need. It's like simplicity. The more simple, the better, in my opinion. I think that you don't want to get that person who's landing on your page confused. You want, because we're living in a time where people want instant. They want instant gratification. They want instant information. They want instant products. So you have to make it super easy for people to find what they need. You don't want to get them confused with clutter. You don't want them to get frustrated and just leave your landing page. So you want to make it as simple but also as informative as possible. So you know, that's pretty much how this funnel is. It's just like it is what it is. Like if and that's why I love funnels, because they don't have the opportunity to kind of roam around or browse. They see what they see. You know what I mean? It's only one product. It's one offer. Either you buy it or you leave. And if you leave, I'm going to be retargeting you later so you can buy or try to buy at a later time. So that is pretty much the basic of it. The basis of it is just one product, simple, get to the point, buy it. I take you down the funnel, and you become a customer that I can use later. And even if they don't buy it and they get retargeted and they still don't buy, I have their email address, because they're most likely they have to opt in. They have to put in their email address and their information before they can even see the price of the product, right? So I'm getting their email address so I can target them at a later time.
Mm-hmm. That's very powerful. I mean, not a lot of people understand the importance of email. But quick question again: how long do you test your products for? I mean, how long does it take for you to validate if this is a winner product and if this is a winner OTO or not? And how long do you continue testing it?
Right. So if I see that someone is taking on my first offer, but they're not buying the OTO, like at least the first one. If they're not taking on the first one, like no one's taking it on, then I know that that product's not good. Because like throughout my testing of this, like most people, like over 30% of people, which is crazy, but take on the first OTO. So if they are not taking the first OTO, then I have to find another product. For the second one, the cross sale, that percentage is a little lower, and I think it's because they're already buying more than they expected, so they may not want to take on that other offer. But even then, I still want to test out different funnels. And what's great about ClickFunnels is you can split test landing pages to see like what is working and what's not. So I just look at the data. Like the great thing about e-commerce is numbers don't lie. So if you see that your funnel's been running for 5 days and you get people to buy the first product, but they are not taking on your first OTO, then you know that you need to change out that offer, right? So I'll find another product, or I'll find something that may be a little different, maybe similar but different, and then run with it and see if people will start opting in. And most of the time when I start changing it and I start looking and doing research and seeing other products that are similar, they start taking it on. And I might change it 2-3 times before I really find something, but that's what you have to do in order to increase your average cart value, right? Especially if you're doing a free plus shipping offer, which is the main funnel that did really well for me. It was a free plus shipping offer. And I don't know if you guys know who Russell Brunson is, but that's how he makes his money. His average cart value on a free plus shipping offer is $40, which is insane because the product is free, but he's charging shipping for $7.95. But his average cart value, meaning that on average, people are spending $40 on a free product. So, it's really important that your OTOs and your upsells are packaged and make sense, because that's where you're going to make the majority of your money, especially from free plus shipping offers. If you're not doing a free plus shipping offer, you still make a lot more money with your OTOs than you would if you would just offer just one product just like this on a store. So you kind of have to be strategic when it comes to that. And I think it's super important to note that you want to do the research, you want to take the time out to just find products that make sense, that are relatable, so that you can increase your margins. Because, for example, if your CPC, like if your cost per click is like 50 cents and you're getting people to convert at 50 cents, right? And they take you on the offer, so your cost per purchase is like $5 on this. Say if we're doing that on this, so we're already making $10 on a sale per person, but we're already, we got $10 in the bank. But if they start taking us on OTOs, then we're really making a lot more money than it seems, because the OTOs are in place. So it just, you have to take the time out to look for great OTOs, look for great package deals, so you can make more money on your average order value.
Right, that's a very valuable lesson. So, do you use Stripe and PayPal for your for accepting payments?
It's only Stripe right now.
All right. Do you plan to
Yeah, so
integrate PayPal as well, or is that like a problem? And I mean, because Shopify supports all these payment options, but again, ClickFunnels is, I mean, you can do it, but again, it takes time and everything. So, what's your thought regarding that?
I haven't even thought about it, because Stripe has been working really well. I figured maybe if I did implement PayPal, my sales probably would go up because people feel comfortable with PayPal. So I might look into that, but so far I haven't. I don't think there is a problem. I know people who have had problems with PayPal in terms of like holds and stuff like that, but I've never really had an issue with PayPal. I guess I've been using PayPal for a very long time, for like 9 years now. So PayPal knows who I am really well. So that could be it as well. So, you know, if you're new to PayPal, they might hold your money, which kind of sucks, but I haven't.
Actually, the thing is, I have been using PayPal for 5 years, and like 3 months ago, they held like $45,000 of mine for like around 4 or 5 days, and it was a huge trouble for me. So again, that can slow down your business, but again, Stripe is sort of reliable. That's what I think and personally believe.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I said, I haven't had issues, but definitely for people who are just starting, definitely stick to Stripe for sure.
Right. Again, but with Shopify, you have the option to automate things, right? Like you have the Obello app where you can put everything on automation and have all the orders fulfilled. Don't you feel like that's an issue with ClickFunnels? And do you feel some sort of trouble regarding that? And how do you overcome it?
So yeah, that is a huge problem. And I mean, I would hope that Russell sees that it is possible to sell physical products and that he will try to get at least try to get Overload to be integrated with ClickFunnels. But what I did was I hired a VA from the Philippines, and she, you know, it's $4 an hour. So really, it's like not that bad because I mean I'm only paying like what maximum $16 a week to handle all my order processing. So it's not anything that I can't handle. There is an app called Orderletics, but they're really expensive. They charge $1 per order. So if you're doing like 100 orders, then it's $100 just to process it, which is crazy. So to me, I think the VA way, if you wanted to sell physical products and you're doing a lot of volume, the VA way would be the best bet in terms of that.
Or if you want to become advanced, you can probably connect your ClickFunnels account with Shopify using Zapier if you want to go the technical route that I personally do. But again, VAs are perfect, especially when you're getting started. So yeah, so we have the product, we have the funnel, everything is going fine. Now is the turn to actually make money. So what's the third step that you take in order to send traffic to your site, and how do you monetize and basically make money?
So yeah, so the main way is through Facebook. That's like where all my money comes from is through Facebook ads. You know, I start with, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but I just start with a PPE ad, meaning a page post engagement ad, so I can try to get some traction to see if the audience that I've targeted is interested in the product that I'm offering. And if that does well, then I switch that campaign over to a website conversion, specifically either a purchase event or an add to carts event, mainly purchase event when it comes to funnels, just because it works better in my opinion. But yeah, so I switch over from a PPE to a website conversion with the event being purchased, and then I test it out and see if I can get some money. So yeah, so it's basically, you know, I start at $5 a day with PPEs, and then to see if I get some traction. And mainly I have like 5 to 10 ads that's testing different audiences, right? Because it's all about finding that one audience that resonates with what you're offering. So yeah, so I start with a $5. If it's a lot of ads, like if it's like 10 ads, I'll do $3. You get the same type of data, but if it's like 5, I'll do $5 a day. And then I'll switch over to a website conversion ad, and the daily budget for that will be $10 a day because you have to spend more money. So Facebook has more data to play with in terms of finding who will buy your product. So yeah, so that's mainly what I do is I start with a PPE, then go to a website conversion ad with the event being purchased, and I just drive traffic by setting the daily budgets at a higher rate depending on if the product is doing well.
All right, awesome. So we're getting some questions over here, just really quickly. So somebody asked me, Daniel over here says that in your opinion, is e-commerce too saturated, or when will it be? And can I get an honest answer? How many stores do you have going, and how many Facebook ads do you have running now, and what do you spend per ad?
So okay, so that was a lot of questions.
I know. Let's start with is e-commerce saturated or not?
Yeah, so I don't think so if you think about it. Only, let me break it down for you. So 60% of the world does not have internet access. So that means 60% of the world does not have, doesn't even know what e-commerce is, doesn't even have the ability to see these products, to buy products. And brick and mortar stores, meaning that physical retail locations are closing down at a rapid rate, and especially the United States, stores like department stores and malls are literally closing down because e-commerce, you can buy everything online, right? And people don't want to go outside to go in the mall with the traffic, so e-commerce, in my opinion, is not going anywhere because more and more people will be on the internet very soon. For example, like Mark Zuckerberg, he's trying to get the whole entire world free internet. You know what I mean? Why? Because he knows how much more money he will be able to make if that occurs. And if that does occur, that means more money for us to make, right? So I don't think it's going anywhere. I do believe, however, that the dropshipping model is not as substantial as people like it to seem. And I even know this. I know that it's great that it can make money doing it, but it's really not substantial in terms that the shipping times are really long, so people get frustrated. You have to deal with a lot of customer support issues. People they get the product and it's kind of cheap. So ideally, what you want to do is, if you start drop shipping, you want to really build it out, build a brand, make a lot of money, and then white label things, meaning that you put your own label on it. And as soon as you put a label on something, people perceive the value as higher. So you want to build a brand with that dropshipping money, white label things, meaning you will take your label on it, get a warehouse, which you can get really cheaply, and then put your products in the warehouse if you don't have space in your house, right? And that's essentially what a lot of big players do, is they find a product that does really well for them and they start white labeling it, and then they start putting a branding on it. So I think that e-commerce is not going to be saturated. I think that drop shipping is going to be, I think the game is changing a little bit in terms that people are getting more, or are getting smart in terms of what is happening. And Facebook is even starting to put in rules and against dropshippers. So I think that it's going to start changing a little bit. And as a marketer, you just have to adapt with the changes. Things happen every single year in regards to different advertising methods or different ways to make money online. So you just have to adapt and kind of go with the flow.
Right.
What was the next question?
He's asking how many stores do you have and how much do you spend per ad?
So I don't have any stores right now that I'm running. I mean, I have 2 stores, but I stopped running ads to them just because the funnels are making me more money right now. And I feel that, like I said before, Shopify kind of just annoyed me in terms of putting holds on my accounts for absolutely no reason.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, I may actually sell those stores off as like starter stores to somebody. If they would want to buy it, I would probably just sell it and just continue to do funnels. As far as ads, I had probably about, I don't even know, to be honest with you, probably about maybe 30 ads running at a time. I know I spent around $2,000 in ads last month, which isn't really that bad if you're doing really high volume. I have friends that spend $10,000 and $20,000. But it just depends. Like, you can have influx of money coming in and you can just increase your budget, and next thing you know, you're spending $5,000 in 1 month on advertising, right? So it can happen really quickly, but you just gotta monitor it and make sure that you're making more than you're spending. I mean, making more than you're spending in terms of ad costs. And that's also a skill that you have to acquire. The more you test, the more you really devote yourself to it, you'll learn different metrics and you'll learn different numbers, and you'll kind of understand how to minimize that.
All right. Somebody says, how did you find out if the solar lantern was trademarked?
I literally searched Google and a company, actually, let me see if I can find the company. Yeah, a company, I forget what they said, but like on their website, they posted a thing about, there's a lot of copiers out there, and if you see a company, or if you see a lantern that's a solar lantern or something like that, message us or like email us. It was like a few months ago that I saw that because I was researching different products within the camping niche, and I saw that product and I was like, wow, that's amazing. But then I did further research and found out that information. But honestly, I think that it's okay to sell, and then you want to get the money in. And if they happen to find you and you happen to do really well, and the only thing they can do is send you a cease and desist, and then at that point you just stop selling it. Yeah, so that's how I found out. Is I just Googled it, and you always want to do research, guys. Like, especially if you find a product that's kind of unique, and you're like, oh, I could sell this. You want to make sure that someone else hasn't like kind of had a patent on it or something, so you can protect yourself. But I mean, in this game, it's kind of like the wild, wild west. Like, people sell trademark things all day long and make thousands of dollars without getting caught. I mean, the internet's kind of like it's kind of like the wild, wild west. There's not many rules, and I think we have an opportunity to kind of capitalize on that.
Right. So, guys, quickly, we are about to end the Q&A soon. So if you have any questions at all for any of us, then please act fast right now. So somebody says that, do you have a privacy policy / terms of services on your funnel, and how many funnels do you have?
I do. So what happens is I have like a general domain name that I test products on, and then, like I said, if that product does well, then I'll switch it over to a niche domain name. So once that happens, once it's niched out, I built out a store in ClickFunnels. So I have a thing called Wirify, and you can Google it. It's WIRIFY. And what it does is it pretty much puts any website on, any website online, it makes it into like not a funnel, but like basically a page where you can kind of replicate it. So what I did was I kind of just put up my store and just put up Wirify, and then I just copied the page within ClickFunnels. So I built out a store in ClickFunnels, and then made a privacy page, made a terms of service, and etc. within ClickFunnels.
All right. So we're just accepting last two questions, okay? Somebody says, is there a special software you use to get your images?
No, I just screenshot them and just put them up. I don't really have any software. If I need to, I'll open up Photoshop and edit it as terms of like the contrast or, you know, the saturation. But pretty much I just take the product images from AliExpress, and if I can't find a product image that I want to use, I pretty much just Google it and see if I could reverse image search it to see if any other stores have it without any type of branding or logo. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just reverse image searching and using Google.
All right. So last question for the day, guys. So somebody says, over the top of your head, what advice would you give? 3 tips what you would give to a beginner who is getting started with drop shipping, on top of your head, whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure. So number 1, I would definitely join some groups. You can join, there's a few. You could join Kingpinning, and it's run by a guy named Travis Patel. Travis Patel is a mega force in the e-commerce space, and he does a lot of great content, and he can really get you on your feet if you're just beginning. My group, I have a group called Ecom Apex. It's really, it's great. It's really nice. If you have a question, we answer it really quickly, and if I don't answer it, someone else will, and it's a community, so it's super, super awesome. There's another group ran by a guy named Frank Hatchett. He runs a group called Online Samurais, and he is also a great mega force. He does a lot of other things outside the e-commerce space. He does like affiliate marketing, and he has a YouTube channel. That's great. I would look up Miles Beckler. He also has a YouTube channel. He's awesome. You can look up a guy named, let's see, Nick Peroni. He has a group called Ecom Empires. That's another amazing, amazing, amazing group. And it's like, I don't even know how many members are in there now, but that's pretty much how I began. It's looking through his posts, and he has videos and stuff like that. It's really awesome. Number 2, you're not gonna succeed at the first try, you know, like it's a new thing. You have to get your feet wet. You have to spend money. Don't be afraid to spend money. I spent over $500 testing ads and really trying to understand different things. I have another friend who spent $5,000 without getting any type of return. But guess what? He stuck with it, and now he's doing really well for himself. So sometimes you just have to bite the bullet, and if you believe in yourself and if you believe in a system or believe in a process, go with it, right? Because you never know what can happen from that. Number three, I would probably say just go out and do it at this point. Like if you want to do it, just do it. Take action, take massive, massive action, and just put the time in, put the effort in, take the time to learn, and don't give up.
Awesome, awesome. Those were some really, really valuable insights. All right. So thanks a lot for all of that awesome content. Really glad to have you here. Now, if you want, I would love to hear how people can reach out to you and learn more about what you teach and what you preach.
Yeah, for sure. So if you want to, you can add my personal Facebook. You can search Jelani, so Jelani, and my last name is Abdusalam, so ABDUS-SALAA, M as in Mary. I know it's super long, but I'm
Don't
probably
worry, I'll give them a link right after the webinar using an
very
email.
cool. Yeah. So you can definitely add my personal Facebook, and if you have any questions, you can message me there. You can join my Facebook group, Ecom Apex, so Ecom and then APEX. It's a great group, and yeah. So if you wanna you can join that group, message me on my personal Facebook or anything like that. I'm really busy nowadays, but I do take the time out to answer any questions that anyone has at the end of my day or in the beginning of my day. So yeah, and I am beta testing my course right now, which dives into all of this information in really great detail. And I actually have an hour and a half long free training. If Rohan, if you can post that link to them, and
Of
it really
course.
gets in depth of everything I talked about, and it's totally free. So if you're interested and want to have somewhere to start, this might be a great place for you to start, because I give you the funnel, I give you some targeting techniques, and I give you some product research techniques, all for free. But I am beta testing my course, and I have a few more spots left. It's selling out pretty fast. I think I have like 3 more spots left. So if you're interested in that, definitely Rohan, I think, has a link for that as well. So yeah, so if you have any questions, guys, don't be afraid to reach out to me on my personal Facebook or my group.
All right, awesome. So somebody says, is this perfect for a beginner, or do you need to be an advanced professional in order to learn all this information?
No, like if, for example, my free training, I go really slow when I really talk about it. There are some advanced techniques in there, but in my course, I'm going literally from the beginning. I'm laying down foundations. I'm talking about theories, and I'm really teaching people who are advanced, but also who are beginners, in a way that they can learn really quickly and start making some money. Like I said, it's really, you're not going to make money on the first try. You really have to kind of listen to what people are saying and take advice and take criticisms, in terms of, because there's a lot into it. Like you have to learn about copy, meaning that you have to learn about how an advertisement is supposed to look and what makes an advertisement look and what makes a product work and stuff like that. But once you understand certain things, it becomes like a second language that you can pick on really quickly. Once you understand the abbreviations, once you understand the jargon that us marketers use within e-commerce space, you can talk to anyone about it and kind of just work your way up, So I don't think that it's too hard for a beginner to learn, because I graduated with a marketing degree, but when I graduated, I had no idea what any of this was. Absolutely no idea, because my college just taught me theory. They didn't teach me how to actually apply what I learned. So I had to kind of reteach myself, this social marketing game. And social marketing is absolutely amazing, because everyone's on their phone, everyone's on their laptop. So it's really the time to get in is now.
Awesome, awesome. So thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot for having us here. Shortly, you will all be getting an email that will be filled with all the links that were mentioned in this webinar. You can go ahead and check them out. And even for those people who were unable to attend today, they will also receive the links. And you can go ahead, check it out. Go join his group. Go join his courses and check this guy out because he's making a lot of money using e-commerce, and he's basically revolutionizing the entire game. So follow him and learn from him because, you know, if you learn from the successful people, you will succeed one day. So thanks a lot, guys. Rohan Dhawan here again from Ecom Alliance. Really glad to have you all here. So
Thank-
talk soon.
Yes.